While most taxpayers are familiar with the collection arms of the IRS, just as important is the examination arm. Now, the examination arm of the IRS has two functions. It's to audit returns, in case they think they're fraudulent or incorrect, and also to field taxpayer inquiries to change their balance because the taxpayer feels that the balance is incorrect. Now, first, sometimes the IRS will audit taxpayers. It's very rare, but it does happen. And there are three basic types of audits. The first type of audit is known as a drive-by audit. It's where the IRS computers generate a notice based on your tax return, send it to you, and wait for documents to come back. Now, the dirty dark secret here is no one ever actually looks at the documents when they go back to the IRS. If you don't respond, they simply adjust your tax return and send you a bill. If you do respond, then they don't. The second type of audit is a little bit more sophisticated, which is what we call a desk audit, which is an agent in Washington, D.C. who sends you a letter asking for information related to your tax return. You respond with that information, and if it's correct, the agent will close their case and not adjust it. And if it's wrong, the agent will change your return and send you a notice giving you rights to appeal. Finally, the most extreme measure is an in-person audit of a taxpayer at an IRS office. Now, all three of these IRS actions generally require representation because they can lead to balances due. The only thing I'll say in this video, beyond you should hire an attorney if you've gotten an audit notice, is that all audit balances become final 90 days after they are mailed by the IRS, and a lot of taxpayers don't realize that. So a taxpayer will get a letter in the mail with some insane balance on it and think, I don't know this, throw it away, let 90 days go by, and be put in a very precarious position because they've missed the deadline. Second, the taxpayer, the United States citizen, can ask the IRS to change what they owe at any time. A lot of people don't realize this, and we're one of the only countries in the world with this policy. There is no expiration date on you going to the IRS and telling them that you don't owe what they have in their computers. Most insidiously, if you don't file a tax return, the IRS computers can file a tax return for you, not tell you, and then collect, including bank account freezes, on the balance generated by those returns. If you get anything in the mail, please don't make the mistake of looking at the amount due, saying this can't be right, putting it to the side and not doing anything. That leads to some huge cases down the line when the IRS agents show up and try and collect the balance because they don't know the difference between a computer-generated balance and a real one. Whenever you come to my office to resolve your collection case, your balance due at the IRS, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask questions like, is this based on an SFR? Is this balance really owed? Were the tax returns done correctly? In about 60% of my cases, the answer is no. The balance that has stressed the taxpayer out isn't actually real, and the first step to resolving the case is engaging the examination arm of the IRS to change the balance owed.